Love wins by the Stewarts. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is 7 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock on your dot, on your radio, on your clocks. Good evening, everybody. Let me go live on IG. Good afternoon, good evening. I guess it's not, it's evening now. So good evening, how you guys doing? Love wins by the Stewarts. We're going to start this is season number 4, episode number 1. And we're coming to you live and direct. I don't know how to be anything. It sounds pretty decent. It sounds like I'm coming in live and clear. Good evening, Netta. How you doing? Huh?
You're loud.
I'm loud? That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be loud. As long as I'm coming up. Are you there? How you doing, Netta?
Fine.
Fine. I'll make sure you're registering. I need you to say some stuff so I can make sure you're registering before we get
Jada, stop slamming that door.
Okay, yeah, you are. All right, okay, we're good. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is the season premiere for Love Wins by the Stewarts. I'm your host, B Level.
I'm your girl, Netta.
And we're coming to you live and direct for our first episode of season 4. It's been 7 months since we've been on. What's been going on for 7 months? What you been doing for 7 months?
Working.
So it looks like 7 months. We have bought a house within the last 7 months. We bought 3 cars within the last 7 months.
I'm telling my business.
I'm trying to get so that it doesn't look like we're both all in here. Okay. That looks like we. All right. So tonight we want you guys to be interactive with our podcast. We got a couple of questions that we're going to talk about, and we want you to be interactive with us. We want you to chime in. We want you to give your responses, and maybe if you would like to, we might even bring you in on our conversation. This podcast specializes in just relationships, right? What are you saying, Netta?
I said just might.
You just might. We just might. So sponsors-wise, we are not broadcasting in the Empire Studios anymore. We are actually broadcasting from our home. Since COVID, we have not been back to Empire. But as soon as it gets back up and running and the numbers continue to go down and there aren't any more cases, we'll be back in the studio. Right? Right now?
Who is our current president?
Who's saying that?
I'm asking, who is the current president?
Biden.
Yeah. He just basically said that. I mean, it's effective today. You don't have to wear a mask in the airports or on the airplanes. So any travel system, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. So that means that the numbers must be going down.
Yep. Please.
Down.
Yep. Please. We are streaming live on both of our Facebooks, Brian Stewart and Netta Stewart. We're also streaming live on my Instagram, which is Empire LR, and I probably should switch that. I probably shouldn't be on Empire page. What do you think about that?
Probably not.
Probably not? We're already here.
What's up? What y'all doing? Did y'all miss us while he's getting all these technical difficulties?
Yeah,
Did y'all miss us? Because we miss y'all. It's so much has happened since... When last time we did this? So much has happened in the last 7 months. So in real life, so yes, we had a home. The home sold quickly. We moved, leased a place.
Moved an apartment.
Wanted to build a home. Building a home was going to cost us $1 zillion because everything has increased. And I wanted my home to be built because there was a special place and special things I wanted a home. Nevertheless, I finally convinced myself and Brian to buy a home that was already built, and it's in a different city. We're not in Maumelle anymore. It's in a different city, and it's almost my dream home. I'm still making some accommodations for it to be my dream home, but that happened. Then, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I also convinced myself of wanting to have a Jeep, right?
I was going to ask you if you were going to tell a story about
so if anybody knows, I've driven the same style type of car for a very long time, right? So, I decided that I want to trade my car, sell my car, and get me a Jeep because I wanted a Rubicon, right? So I hassle the salesman, hey, I want this Rubicon. It's black. It's trimmed in red. It's the bomb. Oh, my gosh, it's Rubicon. And I get it. I go test drive. This is so retarded. I test drive it, and then I want the shit no more. Like, it is a rough riding vehicle. So however, when we had the snow, Brian was able to drive it in the snow, and apparently it did its thing. But so those it had. So what I found out was I should have got the Sahara. So even though the Rubicon is supposed to be the top of the line, top tier Jeep, for daily driving, you should get the Sahara because apparently it's for daily driving and it's not a rough ride. So nevertheless, I kept it for like 8-9 weeks, and now I'm back into
a Mercedes.
The Mercedes Club.
So we actually bought 3 vehicles, right? I mean, the wife has been on me about getting the brand new Escalade. Obviously, I've driven Escalades, for a while, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to go and purchase a vehicle that cost that much. Yeah, I mean, it cost a lot. It's over $100,000 to buy this vehicle, but she got it and purchased it. So we have purchased 3 vehicles, one that we only kept for 2 months, but that's another story, like she said.
Whatever.
But she's in a car that she likes, and hopefully she will keep it for at least a year and a half, hopefully.
Lord, do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what y'all been up to? What y'all been doing? Yeah, I know I stay in y'all business on social media. I have to keep up with y'all on social media. I have to look and see what y'all doing, what's going on. Cause then, let me just tell you some creepy stuff. This is really creepy, right? I try to make some type of notice or some type of contact with everyone that's my Facebook friend. I don't want people that's my Facebook friend that I don't know. Nevertheless, y'all will see me out in public and I say a mumbling word, but when I get back home, y'all will inbox me like, hey, I saw you at Shooters tonight. That's so creepy. Say, hey. Be like, hey, what's up? Because listen, I'm be like, hey, what's up?
I always tell you, I always tell you, you have the resting bitch face out in public. Like, I mean, you're not, your facial expression when you're out in public doesn't make people think that you're very approachable. And that's the truth. That's why people would rather take a chance in inboxing you when they get home, rather than to walk, because they don't really know how you're going to interact. They don't know what you're going to say. They don't know how you're going to respond to that. So they would rather take a chance and send that inbox and say, hey, I just saw you so-and-so, so-and-so. But that's why. I've said it all the time. Smile sometime when you go out. Just smile. Hey,
first of all, everybody that's on this live, if you agree that dude said I have the resting bitch face. We did have like a little interruption, but it came back. But if you guys have seen me out in public, and those that know me, I don't have the resting bitch face. Sometimes I may not have a very warm, welcoming persona when you see me out someplace.
Right.
A lot of it has to do with I just have tunnel vision. Like typically, I just want to get to. I want to get to where I'm sitting. I want to sit there. I want to have my libations if I so choose, and that's it. However, if you do see me, and I've had people come up to me like, hey, I'm your Facebook friend, and I'm like, hey, whatever. So those people, they don't have reservations. It's y'all other people that have reservations about. I do not have a resting. Ryan, get off of here with that foolishness. You're supposed to be on my side.
Ryan said, on God, Uncle B, I promise you, Ryan, you know how your auntie be. She said, yes, you do, auntie.
Listen, yeah, I'm cooler than a fan, for real. I'm cooler than the other side of the pillow. Y'all just have to be like, what's up? And let's talk about it.
So if y'all see her out, approach her. Hey, how you doing? So-and-so, so-and-so. Don't wait till you get to the house and inbox her.
That's creepy.
She said that's really creepy. So if you see her, she's giving you guys a welcome that you can come up and
say
you
what's
can
up.
say what's
let's
up.
Let's talk about it. Let's be like, hey, let's chop it up. Let's take a picture. Let's take a shot or something.
So where can we find this video? We've kind of said where we've been for the last 7 months. You can find this video on our YouTube page, which is Brian Stewart Finger. And you can get the audio part of it any place that you get your podcast source. You know, whether it's what are our sources for podcasts now? Apple,
everything, Apple,
everything,
Google, Anchor, everywhere.
Just search for Love Wins. Love Wins with an S by the Stewarts. All right. Mm-hmm. So episode. This is the beginning of season 4.
Hey,
right?
Is Nate on here? Can somebody tell me? Is
Nate Williams? Yes, I saw.
No, not that Nate. Nate the African. Is he on here? I think he was just on your Instagram live. Somebody
Nate the African is in here.
No, he was on. I don't think he's on anymore. Somebody tell Nate the African to come on Facebook. I gotta tell y'all what is a little funny today. Tell Nate. Somebody tag Nate the African to this live video.
Nate the African, y'all tag him and tell him that
Yeah.
we are summoning him to come to.
Yeah, y'all
our
tag him,
live.
and when he comes on, then I will tell you about what happened today. It was hilarious. It was so funny. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, the beginning of season 4. So we've got some pretty good topics that we're going to talk about, and the one thing about this podcast is we are very transparent, right? So a lot of times we get in trouble for things we say because we keep it so real, right? I mean, we are very transparent. We want our guests, if we allow you to come on our platform, the only condition that we require is that you're very transparent in what you're saying. Don't come on here doing a lot of fronting, doing a lot of lying.
Laughing and lying.
That ain't how we do it. So our conversations are going to be very pointed, very direct, very real, very
Thanks,
transparent, right? You want to shout out some people that we got
No,
on
I was
our
telling
nope?
Didi thank you for tagging Nate for me.
Okay, all right. So Nate is already in here or no?
No,
We
she
don't
just
know yet.
tagged him. She just
All right, so today, couple topics that we have been trending and that we've been asked to talk about. And I think we talked about one of these topics first. Which one do you want to go to first? Which one on
It
this piece
doesn't
of paper
matter.
do you want to go to?
They're both not controversial, but they
So you want to go to this bottom right here?
yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
All right, so somebody inboxed us a couple of days ago, and they said they wanted to talk about parents, male or female, that actually use their children or their child as a pawn. They actually will let you see the kid when you're doing what you want them to do, and then they pull the kid back. Depending on who you're dating, depending on where you're going, depending on your financial, if you're doing something for them. Somebody wanted us to talk about that. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that is right for a parent to use children, or one child, however many kids they got, as a pawn? Which means you let the father see them. You let the mother see them if the guy has the kid. You let the opposite parents see them if they're doing what you want them to do. What do y'all think about that? Chime in. Let us know what you think.
So y'all say I'll be cursing too much and stuff. Until y'all basically respond. So I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I think sometimes people think that I have very biased opinion. I don't have a biased opinion. I just have a strong opinion about different things. And so sometimes things and issues are hard for me to relate. Like, so when they're hard to relate, it's definitely an opinion. It's not necessarily a fact, of course. I'm not a psychologist or anything. But most times it's coming from a place of trying to understand because, so speaking as a woman, I never did. No pastor be on here because I try not to cuss, but it just comes out. But I've never done the ish before, so I don't really know what the meaning or the what's the meaning behind it. Like, what's the motive? You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, nobody loses but the kid. So while you're just like, oh, I'm gonna dangle this kid in your face, whether it's the mom or the dad, you're just kind of dangling this kid. Nobody loses but the kid. So, and it's very unfortunate, and it happens all the time. Let's be very clear. This isn't just not a woman issue, or this is not a man issue. This is women as well. There are some women that has left their children's father to be a single father and take care of the kid, and it happens both ways. So I don't want people to believe in or think that we're bashing women to doing it to men. It's both.
So let's be specific. I have my younger child before I was married. You know what I'm saying? Back long time ago. She said that she didn't want the child to be around me because I was dating too many women. Like, she didn't want her child to be around this woman today, this woman tomorrow. So she didn't want the child to be around me because of that. And I said, listen, I ain't tripping when you got him around Joseph. I ain't tripping when you got him around Frank. I ain't tripping when you got him around the Charles. But all of a sudden, you want to be mad, and I'm smart enough to not take my child around all these females that I'm dating because I was just doing that. I was just dating them.
Yeah.
And so if I was serious with someone, of course, that person is going to be my child. If I was serious with maybe two, of course, those two are going to see my child.
You can be serious with two people
Yeah,
at
you
the
could
same
be.
time.
Yes, you obviously could. Yes, you could
What they
be
do that
serious
at?
with two people.
At the same time?
We are going to talk about that later. Being serious with two people.
Where
I
they do
promise you.
that at?
Oh, they do that in
Baby, we don't
in
play
my
them type
town.
of games around here.
Well, I mean, this is way.
Oh, okay.
Way,
I'm not
way,
talking about
way
that. I'm
back.
talking about just in
Okay,
life.
all right, but yeah. So I kind of see it that you, first of all, you leave it up to me. Obviously, I'm not gonna let anything happen to my child. So it was some slight hating ish to say that you didn't want the child around me because you didn't want her around the women that I was dating.
Mm.
Like I was gonna be taking her around all of the people that I dated.
Well, I don't think that gives. I think women this girl made this video probably about 2 years ago, maybe a year or so ago, and the video was circulating on social media, and she was just kind of in her car. Before I get into the other thing, so as she says, it's ridiculous. It's unfortunate that people do that. I know hoes like that.
Oh,
she
boy.
said, "Yes, I said hoe because no real woman does that. That's facts, friend. People
Oh,
don't do
boy.
that."
Oh, boy.
Marlo says, "BS. The kids have to create a bond with the parent. Absolutely." But this girl made this video probably about, like I said, a year or two ago. She was in her car and she said that her son went over to her son's dad was separated. Her son went over to his dad's house and his dad's fiance was there, and the fiance said something to him, and the son came back home and was like, "She can't tell me what to do. She my mama." And she said, "I got in his ass and I told him that whomever your dads would choose to be with having a home, you're gonna respect them." And so she made a statement that's a very prominent statement that people have to understand, and it sounds so cliche, but it's true. You just a baby mama. For some odd reason, women feel like when they have a baby by a guy and they moved on with their lives, they feel like they have baby mama, ex-wife control. Like, I have a seed, so I have rights. No, ma'am. Y'all share a bond in the child, but you don't have particular rights. Now, here's what you also need to understand, and what I try to tell women all the time, my experiences have been, you will get more from the step parent in making the biological father do more for the child, because the step parent, in some cases, they want to basically overexceed, or they want to do well or something. So you're going to probably get more. But when you mess up their relationship, now you keep it as like a neutral relationship between that person and the child. So stop dangling these kids around when they knocking your boots off and you getting dust knocked off. It's cool.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, as long as I'm sneaking around knocking you off or whatever, you straight. Then as soon as I'm not knocking you off no more, now you feel like you can make control of what I can and cannot do with my child. It's very far known that I have children, of course, prior to my marriage, but understand, because I had no feelings for my ex-husband, when it was time for us to do visitation rules, we would take him, drop the kids off, and I would say, "This is the medicine that they're taking. I will see you back here Sunday at 6. I don't have to get no guidelines. Don't have
Where they
around
being,
Tamika.
where you going?
Don't do this. Don't do it, because those are feelings involved. I had to understand that when I had children by this man, this is somebody that I trust. So I'm going to trust that he has my kid favor and he's going to take care of his seed. But when y'all see giving out these rules and stuff, y'all being y'all feelings. Let that shit go. Like, let that go.
And you said something that was really key, because I didn't have those issues when I was knocking the socks off. Let's just kind of be it. But when it became that I was seeing somebody else, that's when the whole issue came. I don't, you can have it today. You can't. Where you going? What you doing? I don't want to spend the night with you because I don't know who's going to be spending the night. And just trying to have way too much control. Mm-hmm. Way too much control. I didn't have those issues, though. That's facts.
So D'Angelo says, honestly, a man should want your child to meet different women. Women use it as a crutch to deprive the father from a bond from the child. I agree. It works both hand in hand. Understand, like I said, this is not a biased opinion. I don't think that women, your kids should not meet everybody, grown, right. Not grown, right. Minors, whatever. They should not meet every person you bring up in your home or right. You go out and see. Right. Same thing with men. You shouldn't bring everybody in front of your children. So, however, when it's somebody that you feel like you're going to be serious with in dating, that comes with a time frame. That comes with are we ready for this? Because it's almost like going to meet your parent. Like, back in dating and courtship days, y'all don't court no more nowadays, hell, but back in courtship days, when you court, you don't take the person to meet your parents until you know it's something serious.
Right.
Our 23-year-old daughter told us that. She was like, every time I tell y'all I'm talking to somebody, y'all always say, y'all want to see who they are or whatever. I don't want everybody to meet y'all because I'm not at that place with them. So it's the same with children. You have to be at that point to know we're serious and moving forward before you're being an introduction to my children, because you ain't gonna be no popcorn up in here. We ain't just popping around up in here, but you just meet everybody and say, hey, we ain't doing that.
Right. Is she saying something?
She said it's different. The environment isn't healthy, but parents should not hold the other parent from seeing their child because they're not together. My kid's father and I used to argue every day about foolishness, but I never stopped him from seeing his children, even when he hasn't financially supported them for a period of time. She said you definitely should not. Hey, Bishop, how you doing?
Bishop Kenneth Robson.
Hey, how are you? But yeah, so that's kind of...
Is that a service you can trust?
That's a service you can trust. Baby, let me tell you something. Bishop, let me tell you something, honey. Baby had my mother-in-law looking
Bishop
like a
buried
sleep.
my mother and my dad. Shout out to Bishop.
Mm-hmm. You know how they say, oh, she look like she sleep. You call her name, she'll get right on up. That's how they come looking out at Bishop. They come like they sleep. Anyway, but they'll go plug for you, Bishop. So, nevertheless, y'all be careful with that, because in the long run, I tell people all the time, like, nobody loses but the child. The child loses out on so many things because you want to control, have some type of control mechanism. You want to control things into situations, not knowing that your kid can miss out on a great experience with a father or a mother in the outside of the home. So stop doing that. Quit doing it.
Is it right to keep your child or kid from their father or mother if they don't pay child support? You didn't pay child support, so you can't see them. What do you guys think about that?
No, I don't. First of all, I don't believe in all that child support stuff. If I have to, Bishop, you got to get off here. I don't believe in all this child support stuff, because if this state and or government have to make you to provide for a child, then I don't really want to do it, because first of all, they demean you in the effort they mind you to pay. And here's another thing too. Regardless, I'm different. So if I don't want y'all to be on me in my inbox, I'm like, nah, cause child support. Listen, this is my opinion. Mine gonna be good regardless. And so I never, and vice versa, I never want a man to feel like I gotta have their money, or my children's father feel like I gotta have their money for my kids to be taken care of. No sir, no ma'am, no sir. They're gonna be fine. I'm gonna make it do what it do. It's gonna happen. So and as I say, child support is almost embarrassing, because they just give you a 15, 10, 20% of the income. What I'm gonna do with that? You think I'm gonna go out and buy a damn house with the child support you paying?
And the thing about it is, that's why the good Lord say you should have kids with a person that you're going to be with, because parenting gets really difficult when you're not together past that, when you split up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should not hold somebody because they have not paid a child support, because the kid misses out. The kid needs both parents. What you give a child, I can't give them. Vice versa. What you can give the child, vice versa. I can't give them what you can give. So it really takes two parents to raise the child. I can't teach my children how to be a woman. Their mom needs to teach them that. Vice versa. You cannot teach my son to be a man. So it takes both parents. So I agree. You should not hold a child from seeing his father or his mother because of financial reasons. D'Angelo is saying something?
Yeah, Kimberly said exactly. If I got to go make someone else make you help them, then no, I don't need it. That's facts. D'Angelo says time is worth more than money. It is, but sometimes I think, here's another thing you run into with this whole financial thing in parenting. Sometimes parents feel like financial compensates their parenting. Sometimes they feel like if I buy and or do, it compensates my absent parenting.
Yeah.
That's not okay, because your kids miss out on so much. You're either going to raise your kids. I've said this before on our podcast about family. Two things are going to happen as a parent. You're either going to raise your children as you were raised in a household, or you're going to raise them differently, depends on what happened in your household. So in that same sense, like, I've seen people feel like because I buy and I do, and they may feel like I buy and do more than the other parent, that makes me a better parent than the other parent. It does not. It really doesn't, because those little polo jeans and, maybe vehicles, things like, they'll grow out that stuff, but they'll never grow out of you being in the kitchen teaching them how to bake a cake or telling your son how to be a man. Or, I tell people all the time with raising our children, we're raising somebody's husband and somebody's wives. Outside of just raising our kids as daughters and sons, we're raising them to be somebody's spouse. So I want my boys to have the capability of being able to cook for themselves and do things for themselves and wash dishes and not just taking out the trash. But those are are memories that they will look for, not my mama just max out her cards to give me what I want. So be careful in being so sheltering to your children. Don't shelter so much that it takes the place of time, kind of what D'Angelo just said, just take place a little time and money.
What's the backlash to talking about your father in front of your kids? You know, we in our promo, we promoted where you were saying, you know, parents need to stop talking about their father in front of their child, saying your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. You just like your daddy. Your daddy ain't shit. You just like your mama. Your mama. What's the backlash to telling your child your daddy ain't shit? You implant something that their daddy ain't shit. The kids, they're young. They're soaking up everything that you say. And they go over to daddy house and call themselves want to disrespect them because the mama done did it in front of you forever. So you come over to the daddy house and you might get Froggy to say, you ain't nothing.
You're going to get punched in the throat.
Because of their mama, they've heard their mom or they heard their dad talk about the mother or the father saying that your dad, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it.
And here's what you guys don't realize is that because you're in the home with the child and the other parent may be absent, because you're in the home, they trust what everything you say. Because you're in the home, you are their trust factor. They trust what you say and what you do. So when you repeat that continuously, it doesn't matter how much the other parent that's not in the household is doing for the child that's in the household with you, they can never probably compensate for not being in the home, because especially when you have the other parent trying to make light of them in a negative connotation. So it's continuously, if you just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, they're going to believe it. And so what would start happening is there'll be a lack of respect or something further for the other parent. Let me just say this. I don't play that disrespectful shit.
Nobody.
I'm also not going to provide and or do anything for a disrespectful child either. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. I don't care where it come from, who said what they did. I ain't going to do it. Like I'm just not going to do it because it takes nothing to be respectful. You don't have to like me, but you're going to respect me. But y'all basically be messing these kids up.
Oh, boy.
Y'all be messing these kids up, and it's just sad that y'all be okay with that. Like, you will walk out with your head held high and trying to make the other parent looking bad, when in fact it makes you look bad, because that's you. That's a you thing. You are getting in the way of something that could be a flourishing relationship with your child. So y'all get off that petty stuff. Ain't no more knocking the boots no more. Y'all time is over. You don't have no baby mama, baby daddy rights. You don't have no ex-husband, ex-wife rights. You don't have none of that shit. You are a person that produced a seed with another person. They moved on with your life. It's time for you to move on and let that child flourish, and don't let the child get left behind because you on some bullshit.
That part. That's the perfect way to end that question. So keep in mind when you guys comment on our chat, there's a little delay. I got checked yesterday because I wasn't answering these questions as soon as they come up. There's like a 30-second delay from when you punch your question in to us.
And a lot on here. I don't want to think I'm endorsing them.
And a lot of times, and a lot of times, if Shanetta's talking, I have to wait till she finishes her sentence in order to read your comment. So keep in mind when you say your comments, and answer your comments in full sentences so we can know exactly what you're talking about. What you're responding to. Yeah, what you're responding to. Yeah. Ashia said, yes, they do. Mm-hmm. All right. So if we've talked enough about the baby mama, using your kids as a pawn, we're gonna go on to our second question of the day, right? And so this also has been very prevalent over the last 3 weeks in our lives, right? And so this next question is lying. What are you laughing at?
Didi said.
Hey, Didi, I did not. My glasses won't be here until 7 days, but I did go get some other ones. Y'all didn't like them other ones. I went and got some other readers. So Didi said, glad you got on your glasses.
Girl.
No, Didi, these are not my real glasses. They'll be here in a week. Okay, so the next question is lying on your ish, right? So
not your ish.
I'm trying not to curse. Obviously, you're doing enough cursing for the both of us.
Y'all pray for me, Bishop.
But I am trying to stop cursing. Right? Last season it was me. My kids said, "You cuss too much." So I'm trying to get better at that. Lying on your ish, guys, girls. Guys will say, "I slept with her. I screwed her.
I hit it first.
I did the yum yum bouncy. What'd you call it? Yum yum bouncy bounce.
Yum yum bouncy bounce. Mm-hmm.
I did the network on her.
The what?
Y'all know what the network is.
No, that's not even a thing.
Y'all know what the network is?
You just made that
the
up.
bobblehead. Y'all know what the bobblehead is. I
On
did
her?
on
On
her.
her?
Bobblehead.
If somebody do a bobblehead on me, they need to be punched in
Y'all
the
know
throat.
what the bobblehead in the network
that's retarded.
is. So when people lie on they ish, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Females. Most of the time, females will say you didn't hit, so they will lie on they ish too, right? They be shamed.
Baby, can you take that
Males,
off? Can you subtract that one off?
males, no, you can't. And listen, let me just say this, fellas, and I'll tell
Can I
you
get
this.
an eraser?
No, let me tell you this, fellas. If you ask your girl how many people have hit, and she gives you the number, multiply it by 3. All right, that's the rule. I gave you that for nothing.
But first of all, don't ask that number.
Don't ask that. Right. I don't even ever ask because I don't want to know the number.
Don't ask.
But if you do have the courage to ask,
Do not
fellas,
ask.
I would say don't ask too. I'm agree with Shanetta. But if you ask and your girl gives you a number, multiply that number by 3. If she says 3, it's 9. If she
Don't
says
ask.
4,
Don't ask.
it's 12.
What does the number have to do with what you and I are gonna do anyway?
They should not ask. I
Yeah,
promise
it has
you, they should
nothing to
not
do with
ask.
it's. If I tell you 3010, is that gonna prevent you from wanting to be with me? No, it's not.
Everybody,
don't ask.
everybody don't have the player book. Some people will ask, how many people have you been with?
Y'all some
But
wusses if you around here asking.
If you ask and they give you a number, multiply it by 3.
Y'all a wuss.
Okay. So now going on to this, I'm a lying on your ish. Why would somebody lie on their stuff?
Here's what somebody asked me when we talked about it. Somebody said to me or asked, is it really lying on your stuff? Case in point. Somebody asked me, is it really lying on your D word, your Peter, your tallywhacker? Is it really lying on your tallywhacker if you say you didn't do it? I'm like, yeah. It's lying. Listen.
That line can go both ways.
Yeah,
then, huh?
it can go either way. Most people say, because most men are prone to say, I hit it, right?
Yep. I did her. Yes.
Most women are prone to say, no, you didn't.
I ain't sleep with him.
That does not mean that both sexes intertwined can be lying the opposite direction. So women can still say, girl, I slept with him. No, the fuck you didn't. Or he can still say,
Facts.
man, I ain't sleep with her.
And he did.
Yes, you did. So the lie can work either way. It does not have to be someone at saying they did it and didn't do it.
Okay. All right. Let's ask specific. Why would a guy lie and say he didn't? Why would
To fuck with somebody else, to fuck with you. The reason why somebody gonna lie and say they didn't do it because now they trying to fuck on you. So if they tell
to the woman lying saying that they didn't hit her, so you can hit the new girl that you're talking to.
yes, what other reason would you have to lie and say you didn't when you know you did?
The thing about it, if you got to lie, you shouldn't even be doing it. If you're not grown enough to say,
man, let me tell you,
I done been there, you shouldn't even be doing it.
Here's what I've learned about things, people, situations, and being adults. If I want to mess with you, I'm gonna mess with you anyway. That's just that. Here, let me just tell y'all, that is like player rule number 1.
Right? Tell it.
Right?
Tell it.
Player rule number 1 is tell the damn truth. Because I'm going to either deal with you or not deal with you. If I like you a lot,
you're going to deal with
I'm going to deal with you.
Right.
So don't be lying to me. Because that's still be making you want to slap folks in their throat. Because I'm going to be, listen, I'm telling y'all, I done hung up my player card. I don't do it no more. I'm doing no more. We ain't going to talk. You don't have to talk about this no more in our episodes. But I'm just saying, like, there will be no reason for me to tell somebody that's interested in me a lie about anything. For what? You gonna fuck with me or you don't? For what? But then y'all start off with the lie.
Right.
Now you gotta keep lying. Now you gotta keep lying and keep lying and keep lying and make up a lie. Well, then when you get caught in a lie, now you gotta try to make the lie cute and put some bows on it and shit. Like, now you gotta just keep on. Quit lying.
I told one of my really good friends, I said, at this point, you don't really have to lie to a woman about nothing. If you want to see multiple chicks, just say you want to see multiple chicks. If she want to fuck with you, she gon' mess with you anyway. Mm-hmm. If she digging you, she gonna deal with it anyway. If she not, you ain't got a chance anyway. Player, so just be honest about it. Be honest about it. You got a lot of comments. We trending here.
Yeah, Bree says, don't ask. I'm with Shanetta. Facts. Girl, don't be asking me that. They make themselves feel important about who they wish they can have. That's true.
I like that too.
Lakia says, I thought he said network on her. She says women lie because they don't want to feel judged. Men will lie to lay up with the next one. Facts. Chancellor said exactly. Bree said facts. Chancellor says too grown to be lying. Bree says knowing that lie gonna be hard to be covering up. And Dee Dee told Chancellor facts too grown to be lying. People don't understand that, Ashia. The truth will get you further than you know. And Alika said, amen. Listen, I'm just trying to help y'all out. Men, women, whomever. If y'all single, y'all out here playing these games and stuff, let me just tell y'all something. And just last week, 2 people got killed over some dudes that killed some beautiful women. I guess maybe one was from Arkansas, one lived in Texas, but maybe from Arkansas. And then it was, I think, another one that lived here. But dudes killed them, or their exes killed them. Y'all got to stop. Listen, nobody is justifiable in taking somebody's life. Let's just say that. Right. But when you get you a simple-minded ass nigga and he be on that, I can't live without you, or I don't want nobody else to have, y'all better believe that shit. So all that old line about I don't talk to her, I don't deal with her. I watch too much TV. That shit can get you fucked up. That will get you hurt for real. Y'all will be out here playing.
If somebody ever tells you the best thing that happened to me, leave their ass.
I'm out.
Get out of there.
You told me that.
No, I ain't never told you the best thing.
You a damn lie.
No, you're
another
lie.
What you say?
I told you that you was a blessing to me, but you wasn't the best damn thing.
No,
you wasn't the best damn thing that happened to me. Don't get on here front.
Told me that the other night.
I love you.
No, you told me that the other night.
No, I have never said that.
You
Don't
say
put
that.
No, I've never said you're the best thing that happened to me.
Oh, you can't say that. You said my stuff.
I said that.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah. Let's get that straight. Let's get that real straight.
Clean that shit up now.
Yeah. Because you was about to be on the couch.
You got comments. You got comments. Bro. You got comments.
The kid said, but what if you was gonna give it anyway? So I lie. Dwayne said, hey,
Dwayne.
She said that's his Shanana. My thoughts exactly. I'm gonna mess you anywhere or not. Okay, let me just tell y'all. So if you know anything about me, you know I don't deal with. Me and Tony Seville had this conversation all the time. Tony Brian Connor, High 96.5. I should have tagged her on here. We had this conversation all the time. It's really hard for me to, you're right, Chancellor, fatal fucking attraction. It's really hard for me to have female friends. And I just told one of my female friends this yesterday, and I was kind of giving her a motivational conversation. It's hard for me to have female friends because I'm not sympathetic to that. I'm not sympathetic and or empathetic to weak nigga shit, if that makes sense. So in a sense where some of your friends will kind of be like, yes, man, or some of your friends will be like, girl, oh my God, I can't believe that. I'm be like, bitch, that's dumb as fuck. That's dumb, right? And that's just who I am. So I think sometimes people have a hard time in getting that from me. Nevertheless, right, I'm finna just tell y'all. I told my group of people I'm talking about this shit on my podcast. I asked them 3 times when I talk about this shit, are y'all gonna be mad? We gonna be cool? Whatever. They said whatever. So it's whatever. Right? So you got 26 viewers. I want y'all to tag in, listen, and comprehend to what I'm saying, right? Because now we about to determine right and or wrong. So outside of that, the last question to be asked, it's a situation that's kind of happened currently, right?
Somebody's lied on this shit.
Somebody has lied on a tallywhacker.
Okay.
Lied on his tallywhacker. The point about lying on a tallywhacker is really like on some, you didn't really even have to lie. But here's where it starts getting real fucked up at. You didn't have to lie because a couple things. You probably would have got some ass anyway. That's the first thing. The second thing is that when you lie, that breaks up everything. I don't believe shit you say. I don't believe nothing you say. Your ass could be sitting right there with a red hat on. I say, what color is your hat? And you can say red. I'm going to say you a motherfucking lie. Because now you've broken the pattern of me feeling like you on some real shit, right?
Right.
So, I have, hold on, wait a minute.
You'll read the comments?
Yeah, I'm going to read these comments because y'all going too fast. So, Nakia says, please don't slap him. Bree says, so... what's wrong with saying that, B-Level? Girl, ain't nothing wrong with him saying that. He better get it together. What's up, Duran?
Hey, if your man tell you the best thing in his life, get the hell out of there. Because he going to kill your ass if you leave him. Get out of there.
Act like he is, baby.
Get out of there.
Mine did. Like he was going to kill himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bree says positive friends, blunt friends is what you need nowadays. Listen, I don't smoke no more, so I can't have it. I'm sorry, Bree. I didn't get it. Tay says I didn't hit it. LOL, and I said what I said. Okay, listen.
What's up, Darren? What's up, Darren?
Listen. So here's a situation that's taking place right now, and
Here it come.
I want y'all to listen to this shit because I have been a little bit vocal about it because it's made me feel some type of way, right? I have formed this friend circle. Brian has so delicately called us the Golden Girls. I formed this friend circle, right? And up on this
Thank you for being a friend. Traveled up, road again. Go ahead. They are the fucking Golden Girls. So
what's up, Nate? Let me get to Nate in a minute.
Nate, we gonna get to you in a minute, bro.
So,
stay on this live, Nate.
Listen. So up on this friend circle are myself and 3 other people, right? One of my friends in this group had a intimate friendship with this guy, right?
Oh,
they had an intimate friendship with this guy.
Did
right?
she give up the top and the bottom, or just the top?
Probably both. I don't know.
All right,
Probably both.
Okay, there's a difference if she
Sex
just gave the
nowadays
bottom
is
up.
not with both of them.
Okay,
Ain't
top
nobody
and the
having
bottom.
sex without it
Top
this
and the bottom.
nowadays.
She gave the top and the
yeah,
bottom. Okay,
full
go
service,
ahead.
$60. I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
Go ahead.
So one of my friends had an intimate relationship with this guy, right? They're really good friends or whatever. One of my other friends have became interested in this guy. Whatever it is about him, his swag, dress, I don't know what the fuck it is. So one of my other friends became interested in this guy. This guy told the friend that's interested in him currently that he did not have an intimate relationship with the other friend.
So let me bring it up. Both of these people are your friends.
Yes.
The guy dated one friend. They stopped dealing with each other. He met another friend. Mm-hmm. Okay. The guy lied and said that he did not sleep with the first friend because he wanted to sleep with the second friend.
Yes.
Question to you. Did the second friend know about the first friend?
Yes. Because the guy and him, they're still best friends. They're really good friends. Yeah.
No, did your second friend know that he had slept with the first friend?
At some point, yes.
Did she know about it when she slept with him?
At that time, yes.
Okay. Go ahead with your story.
Yes. So here's the struggle, guys. Here's the struggle. The struggle is that I saw this shit happening. This shit has gotten so motherfucking messy over a nothing ass nigga. It has gotten messy. So let me just tell y'all, I'm like Miss Cleo in this piece. As a matter of fact, at the end of this call, I'm put a 1-800 number. Y'all call me. I'll read y'all fortune and all types of stuff.
Call me now.
Because I wanted to protect my friend group, I was having conversations. Let me just say this. In this friends group, I have individual friendships with each of them. Does that make sense?
So that means that the girl number 1 that he slept with and girl number 2 are not friends. They're
not
both
friends. They're
with
getting to know each other. Yes.
So they're both friends with you. You're in between 2 friends, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, though, because we're all in this friends group and we're all getting together as friends and getting to know each other. However, I have individual friendships with each of them, which is how we join this group together.
So you're the glue. You're
yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Right. So that happened. So Bree said, she said, y'all so silly. What you said, B? Dwayne said, Nate, hold your horses. I got to get to you for real. Bree says he knew off top they were friends. First, Little Rock small as fuck. Niggas trash as fuck.
Who said that, Bree?
Bree.
That
Bree,
part.
Bree, I'm gonna pull you on the live. I'm gonna pull your ass on here. I'm gonna pull you on the live. But listen, so I told them, I said, listen, this is what I tell the current friend, right? This is what I tell the current friend that's kind of liking them, right? I said, listen, I want you and the other friend to have a conversation. Not that you're asking her for permission, but I feel like y'all should kind of talk about what's happening, right? And I think in her sense of stubbornness was like, we ain't really gotta talk about nothing because I'm doing whatever. So I'm like, okay, listen, I just want y'all to have a conversation. Y'all not, So then I'll talk to the other friend. I tell the other friend, like, listen, this is kind of happening between the 2 of them. I feel like y'all should have a conversation. So it went from no conversation, less conversation, no conversation. Now this shit messy as fuck. It's messy because the dude has made it seem, the dude has told the current girl that he ain't slept with the other girl.
Okay, so I do want to, because no, I'm not interrupting you, but I want to.
I need to breathe anyway. I need to breathe.
You need
anyway.
to breathe. This
Just
exhale,
on,
inhale, exhale.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you're not doing this story justice, because from what I remember, the first person that slept with this guy, it was a secret. Nobody knew. right?
What I'm saying is that.
Because you.
But hold on, wait a minute, because I think you're about to excuse the behavior.
No. I'm not.
At the point, listen to
to.
what. At some point, she did not know.
Okay, and I asked.
But there was a point where she did know.
But what I asked you was, did she know when she slept with him?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So she already knew then.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that. I
told you that part.
Well, I didn't know that. But okay, she knew.
So anyway, the current friend. So the guy lied to the current friend and said it did not happen. So my other friend, let me just say this. So here's why this is so fucked up, because it's been pulling me from here to there. Like, I'm talking about sleepless nights, all type of shit. And let me tell y'all why. Because if you ever get close enough to be a friend to me, I'm that friend. I don't hide shit from my friends. I don't be like, no, can't no motherfucker come tell me nothing about my people, and I be like, girl, you ain't gotta worry about me saying nothing.
Right.
You come tell me something about my people, I'm telling my people. So don't tell me no shit your ass. 5-star entertainment. Right. I don't do that. Don't come telling me nothing about my people that I care about, because
What'd you say?
As 5-star entertainment. Don't come telling me about my people, anything about them, because I'm gonna go tell my people. So this is why this is so.
On you too now.
I don't give a fuck about calling the police.
Okay.
Listen, so what I'm saying to that is that
we don't give a fuck.
Now that I have individual friendships with both of these two friends, they're both kind of swearing me to secrecy about different things relating to this person.
Why won't the two friends sit down and talk like women?
Octavia said Golden Girls gone well.
No bullshit, Octavia. No bullshit. Why won't the two? So my question to you is, why won't the two friends sit down?
He don't have
talk?
to be nothing. I tell you, I was just bullshitting. He don't know nothing about the young man. I know a few things, but I don't know nothing about the young man. So hold on. Let me see. Hold on. So, that's my girl. I love Dennis. She's so sweet. She says she foul. As a friend and as a woman, you do not go behind your friend. Somebody my friend talked to don't even interest me. Tay says Golden Girls gone wild. Dwayne said what you said. Facts. He said that's what a real friend does. Okay, listen. So I have been this in-between person, and for a while I was listening to the friend that has some interest in the guy currently, because I don't know much about him. So all I have to go by is what she's told me about him. And I was like, oh, he's a decent little cat, until I saw some other bullshit, right? But then I'm talking to my second friend, because he did some shit where it kind of demeaned the character, and telling my first friend that he didn't sleep with my old friend.
Right.
That's a problem, because now as you making it seem like she out here lying on her cat, and this is somebody that you call to be a friend of yours. So not only are you making it seem like she lying on her cat, you also kind of demeaning her character as a friend of yours. So I was like, damn, I hate to be the nigga enemy, because shit.
But in protecting the friend, because I think there's a narrative that's being spread that this lady is saying you don't go behind your friend. I don't think that your second friend knew about the first friend, right?
Not at the beginning.
Right. So let's clear that up. That she did. It ain't like she went behind and slept behind her. I think what you're missing,
there was a point that she knew is what they're referencing to. At the point where you knew,
but
you even said, because you was like, it's too late right now.
Yes, because at that point she had already slept with him.
Is it ever too late?
Once you get that thing up, it's hard.
No,
and if that thing good, it's gonna be hard to.
Man, listen.
I'm telling you now. Listen, especially when you start getting feelings, especially when you start liking them. So that's what I'm saying. If okay, all right. Let me paint this picture, because I'm telling you, you and I have talked about this extensively, right? And I said I have a partner, Cream, right? He's my friend.
Hold on, that's what they said, because I was going to talk about this next too. So Duran said that's what her friend's done. And she had said, oh, the shade. And kids, I'm dead. This is too much. She has said, I suggest there be a conversation also. Nate says, nah, he tried to keep it player by keeping his business private. But let a man go around and say he fucked such and such. Now he'll be looked at wrong. Okay, let me say that, Nate. Let me just, hold on, because I want to address it while it's here. That's the problem, because that's also in the player's book too. That's like in chapter 5, right? In chapter 5, player's book will say, I'm going to tell people, because I done played this game 99 zillion times. I'm going to tell people, listen, I'm a very private person. I don't want nobody in my business. I don't want nobody to know what you and I got going on, because I'm just private like that. And so if you betray me by telling some stuff that I'm doing to you or saying to you or doing to you, then we can't talk, because I'm private. That's like player rule number 10. That's like, no, nigga, like, I got a lot of shit going on, and I'm kind of telling you I got some shit going on, but not really telling you, so I had to play the little private stuff because I don't want it to make it seem as if I really got some other shit going on. You used to be a player, tell them.
Well, but I'm saying that you're paying the...
Tell them.
Well, I didn't even listen to you because I was really trying to get this point. I wasn't listening to what you were saying because I think we're setting the deal up. See, what you fail to understand is that these two friends y'all just started hanging with each other.
Does
Maybe,
it make it a difference?
well, babe, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish.
Let me eat my pickle.
You guys have just started hanging and being in this group over 6 months ago, right? The guy slept with this other chick 2 years ago, right? The chick did not disclose to the new friends that hadn't been around that she had slept with this guy. Meanwhile, this guy meets the other friend that's a mutual friend. They start dating. Now, I will say this. What was asked, because that friend number 2 asked, what's up with friend number 1? The guy then lied, right? He said, I didn't sleep with the girl.
Actually, he did used to be a player, baby.
Yeah.
From the Himalayas.
I didn't sleep with him. And so at that point, she believed that guy at his word. What you're saying that at that point, before she slept with her, she should have went and talked to friend number 1. That's your deal, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That didn't happen.
I think that's kind of what Danny said too, is what at the point where you find out is the point where you do the right thing, pretty much. And so at the point where you know, that's when you do the right thing. You don't still take the approach of, well, we done it now, it's over. You don't take that persona. Like, you don't take that kind of impression, because here's the thing. In conversation about it, the defense of the first friend, let me just say, these people are people I care about, because if I didn't care about, I wouldn't be talking about the shit.
Yeah.
But the first friend in the defense of the situation has basically said, I was not friends with her and or him when they were intimate, so that doesn't pertain to me. So initially when asked, because I was asked, is that a violation of the girl code? And I was like,
No.
Not really.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because she didn't know.
Because
and they're not friends.
Because you didn't. No. Because you didn't know, and all you had to go by is what the guy said. Okay, so that's how I felt about it originally.
So it wasn't a violation of the girl code.
Listen, you ad-libbing. So that's how I felt about it originally. But then I said, at the point where you found out, which is I told her, at the point at which you found out, doing the right thing would have been to go to her and say, listen, doing the right thing would have been to go to her and say, hey, listen, as I said, you don't have to ask for permission because you're grown to do what the fuck you want to do. But as a courtesy, because y'all are not friends, but you guys are getting to know each other, hang out together, being cool. So at that point, as a common courtesy, you say, hey, this is, I don't have to tell you everything that's going on because that's my business. But I am kind of talking to this guy, vibing with him or whatever. I just want you and I to have a conversation for that to not be no problem. Now, what happens after that, you ain't got nothing to do with that because you did your part.
I find myself trying to double dutch, trying to jump in and ask questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what I think is very important in this whole thing is when she found out. So my question to you is, had she already, when she found out that he lied, had she already slept with him? I think that's very important to this conversation. When that friend number 2 found out that he had already lied and slept with friend number 1, had she already slept with him? Had she already started getting feelings for him? Had she already started liking him? Had that happened? That's important to this conversation.
So you're making me match up dates and shit. And so what I'm saying is that
I think that's very
important.
Hold
on, let me think about it. Yes, I think that she knew. Here's the thing. Even with him lying, I still feel like she knew what the truth was.
So you felt like even when he said no, that she knew it was yes.
Yeah, you even said like in the back of her mind, she know they fuck, Netta.
Well, I would say.
They said it sounds like R. Kelly and Usher shit. Same girl.
Yeah, I knew it, but did she know it?
Here's the thing.
I knew the first friend. I knew the first friend wouldn't lie. So that's how I knew it.
But that's what I thought too.
But my question to you though, Shanetta, friend number 2, you said they had just met. She didn't know friend number 1 like we knew to know friend number 1 ain't gonna lie. She ain't gonna lie on her stuff. If she did it, she did it.
Well, it was presented to her like there was a sense of obsession. So, because I was even like, is she around here just obsessed with this nigga like this? I said that. I was like, is she around here obsessed with this nigga so much she lying? Like she done screwed on him?
You did.
That's some disturbing shit. However, mind you, the basis of my thought process was built on everything that I was getting from the friend that was dealing with him currently.
We
right?
are trending. You've got to read some of these comments.
I did. You don't
okay?
go all the way down. It ain't that far.
It ain't that far.
So Danny says, I'm a type person. If we just met yesterday with the intended form of a friendship, anybody you date in the past is off limits to me. Tay says, why is that a friend number one business? Let people be happy. Damn, if we fucked over a year ago, it don't count anymore in the men's rule book. That's a lie. Damn, Tay, what kind of friend are you?
Well,
and then Danny says she knew. When she asked him, she already knew.
Well, that's what you're saying too. You're saying that when she asked and he said no, that he was lying then.
Yeah, he was lying.
And I will say at this point, if you thought there was any rule of him lying, the easiest thing would be to do was just ask. Was just pick up the phone and say, hey, so-and-so, I know y'all had some history. What's happening? What's up? At that point, you hadn't been intimate with him because you had just asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could have picked up the phone and said, hey, what's happening? Do you care? Because I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you the player, the rule. Because violation of the man code is if you mess with a girl that you were serious with.
That's off limits.
Off limits. If you just hit her, anybody can hit her. If I hit her, Cream can hit her, King can hit her. But if I cared about her, if I loved her, if she was my girl, she's way off limits to the guy code. Now, you can't claim everybody you sleep with. Everybody ain't your people. So in that situation, friend number one so is the girl code anybody you sleep with off limits?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. But
For
girl code is different from the guy code then.
Listen, let me tell you something.
It's different.
If we coincidentally knock down the same person, that's coincidentally. But if there is conversation, if you heard and or felt and or want to know if I slept with somebody and I tell you and you backdoor me, we gonna throw them hands in real life because that's the most gutter ass shit you can do. Like that's I don't care if this is a nigga I love. Let me just say this. I want you guys to understand that women can sleep with men too without there just being no type of intimacy or emotions. Right. We can just screw too.
Right.
However,
do I smell a hoe? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Boy, you better watch your motherfucking mouth.
I'm not talking about you.
What you talking about?
I'm saying you said women can sleep with somebody without no intimate. I said,
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I take my lick back.
Damn, I ain't talking about you.
Okay, anyway.
Did you do that though? No, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what I was saying was, you cannot. It is sleeping with somebody because understand this. No matter if you slept with somebody and the emotions were detached, when you get to screwing around people, you're giving people a part of your soul. Like you really on some and that's what people don't understand. Y'all be intertwining all these soul measures. Like you be sleeping with a motherfucker unprotected and sleep with this person. Now they got y'all cycles and
juices
rhythm
and
berries
shit. Passing
that's
around.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my golden rule. Do not backdoor me. Do not. If it's coincidental, then even some coincidental shit we got to talk about. Because bitch, how we coincidental? If it happened in the past, it's the past. Or we ain't talked about it, it's coincidental. But other than that, no, sir. Anyway, so D'Angelo says, I've had this happen to me several times. I was a ho-ho back in my day, but I was an honest hoe. That's why I was so successful at being a hoe.
And all my girls are hoe. All my hoes
I was sleeping with two friends and didn't know it. And when it came to head, I was honest. Talked to them both and it worked out in my favor. So yes, so I had both of them same time for like 2 years. Oh, okay, do your thing.
Go on, player.
Ashley says she just wanted to see if he was going to tell the truth. Nate says it's so many fishing to see if it's a problem that bad. Go pick someone else and leave that person alone. I agree, Nate. I think if you ask someone Nakia says, I think if you ask someone what the deal is with a certain person before it were any progressive and they never disclose it, then how is it a violation, especially if it happened before there was confirmation? Danny says that's why he asked. Hold on. Danny said that's why he asked him. That's why she asked him instead of her. Okay. Tay says right, B. Nakia says B has a valid point. Dwayne says right. And Nakia says how can you assume their shit? What am I assuming? Facts. Danny says facts. Do not ever backdoor me. I don't care how old it was. Tay says okay, wait a minute. Wait one damn minute. So you married and nobody you fool with can go behind you and sleep with nobody you've messed with? That's facts.
That's the woman, Tavy.
We gonna throw them hands.
The nigga code ain't like that. The fellas code ain't like that.
Coincidence is the key word. You can't do anything about something you don't know, but if you know as a woman, that man is off limits. So, okay, Nakia, what are you asking my assuming? Here, Okay.
So let's go back while we're waiting on somebody to clear up that. That's why I say the girl code and the guy code are just two different things, because women think if I've slept with somebody, they are off limits. Period. I don't care what type of feelings I have
For
for
my
'em.
friends. They're off limits for my
Okay.
friends.
Now, niggas we're different. I mean, I could be one of my best partner. Hey man, you do she go? Do she go? If she go, let me know she go. If she don't go, she off limits. But we know the women that you're serious about. We know the women that you have feelings for. We know your girl. That's different from somebody you doing a yum bouncy bounce. So it's the girl code and the guy code are two different things. They're on two different rules.
I think a little bit of me think that the current friend that's dealing with the guy kind of wanted the things to be untrue, so then therefore she could feel better about dealing with him, if that makes sense.
That does.
Sometimes people don't. Sometimes people know the truth.
Don't want to know the truth.
Yeah, sometimes people either know the truth subconsciously and putting that shit in the back of their mind, or just like Brian just said, don't want the truth because they want to deal with the person. And so at that point, you just have to deal with whatever kind of comes with it. And so what I have said to them both, because we had an extensive conversation about this shit, because Brian can tell you, I've really been like losing sleep over this shit. It's been getting, I've been on the phone with motherfuckers 3 or 4 hours of the day talking about this. And so what somebody brought to my attention today is like, you keep bringing this nigga up. No, I'm not bringing that nigga up because he's nothing. He doesn't deserve. Here's what I said about him. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair that I'm now starting to I started to question his character because how he's treated the both of my friends. So it has nothing to do with this nigga. Let's be very clear. It has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with how you basically fucking over my friends. One of my friends, you just kind of bumping her head a little bit or whatever, and she's vibing with you and it's cool. That's fine. My other friend, you out here making it seem like she out here lying on her stuff and you questioning her character and it's supposed to be one of your friends. And this is and so because of that reason, what I second guessing what I said is, if you would make one of your friends look like that in a negative light, nigga, what the fuck would you do for an enemy? Because that's foul as fuck. I do understand that people lie just to get what they want, but I ain't never been the type. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know what the rule of it is because I ain't never did it, but I ain't never just had to lie to get some ass. Like, you either gonna hit or I'm gonna let you hit or you're not. But to tell a bold face, like, first of all, lying diminishes everything I think about you. When you lie to me and you don't have to lie, because let's be clear, we just having fun. We ain't in a relationship. We just having fun. So when we just having fun and we just kicking the door, whatever, and you lie to me, you just lying, you out of there. Like, you out of there.
So here's a question that I'd like to ask about this situation. How are the two friends? What's their relationship like since this has happened? So where has this led the friendship that they were starting to have? You got a lot of comment.
It is not the same anymore.
All right, we're going to answer some questions, and then we're going to come back to those questions. Go ahead.
What? Wait a minute. So the kids had some red table is Shanetta always want to fight. No, I don't. I've stopped fighting. Nate says, tell her to go and fuck that nigga and get it over with.
Nate a fool. Nate the African.
Oh! Dwayne says, yum, bouncy bounce. Yes. Nate says, oh, Lord. Let's see. Ashley says, because at the end of the day, y'all going too fast, because at the end of the day, she was going to sleep with him either anyway.
True. Facts.
Nate's kind of thinking about it. Nate, what you think about? Sherman says, I enjoy hearing your voice. It's so soothing. You're so sweet.
What?
Leave Sherman alone. I'm going to show you my friend. He was at the club at the hair show. Anyway, Nakia says, Shanetta that she knew they slept together when she asked if that wasn't the question. What?
Shanetta that she knew that slept together. Send that question over, Nakia.
Send that again. Run it back, DJ. Taste is B-level messy.
I'm just saying.
He messy as hell, Tay. Because let me tell you something.
Tay, if listen, man, me and you partners, man, and you done fuck on a girl. Hey, brother, did you hit? Do she go? If she don't go, then but if she go, it's off limits. That's what it is.
Tay, let me tell you something. This shit is so toxic. It's like let me tell you, it's so toxic. Like, it really didn't took me to just a whole different type of emotions. Like, really.
Go back, because I think we need to spend some time. Where are the two friends now? And obviously, it put you in a bad situation because you have a relationship with both of them. and I see you night after night being pulled. It's like I told you the other day, last week. You're like this ping pong ball. You talk to friend number one, and you slap to one side of the tennis court.
Don't say that because you make motherfuckers think because of what people tell me the content, I'm going on different sides. That's not the case.
Well, I'll say this.
I ain't choosing no sides. So don't say
what,
that.
what I'm saying is it puts you in the middle of some messy-ish.
It does.
It puts you in the middle of a messy-ish. It disrupt what those two friends could be. But where are they? Where is their relationship now? Do you think that their relationship will continue to grow and be? No. Really?
No.
That's sad.
No. It's really fucked up because.
And it's typical because this happens all the time.
It does.
When a nigga play two women, the two women end up meeting at the club fighting, and the nigga be sitting back not doing shit.
So it
happens it happens like that all the time. Like
Listen.
y'all don't ever have a problem with the dude, and they out here just slinging more dick than it be, and it end up having the two chicks mad at each other, and ain't nobody said nothing to the dude, and he didn't really have to lie. Nobody has said. Has anybody checked him?
Because I be like, oh, bitch ass nigga, you ain't have to lie. That's what I say. Oh, weak ass nigga, you ain't have to lie. I was going to give you the ass anyway. Or something. See, he ain't just going to. Here's what I said. No matter the situation, he come out winning. No matter the situation, if he's dealing with the first friend, it's a celebratory thing for him. If he don't deal with her, but then he befriend the other friend, and it's a celebratory thing for him. Y'all stop letting these niggas get a chance to choose what their option's going to be. Like, you got to start holding people accountable. I don't care if we're just having fun, we just screwing. I don't care. Like, you gonna hold there. Y'all don't make these people have no accountability. There has to be an accountability. Let me just say this about, I don't know, the first friend, the other friend, the
Friend
previous
number one and friend two.
Okay, so friend
One.
is that the current friend?
The first friend that he slept with is number one.
Okay, so the first
second one
friend
is,
doesn't want him to be in a relationship with him. However, they're friends, so she wants a friendship. However, this is what she feels about the other friend in the situation.
And I'm gonna ask you this.
Ask me how they felt.
No, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you know for a fact that number one don't want to be back with him?
Hell yes, I know.
Okay, all right.
I do. Here's her concern. And I feel like it's a little bit valid. She does not care about them and their situation, what they're doing, if they're sleeping together, whatever. She doesn't care about that.
Okay.
What she does care about is that her character being demeaned is the first thing. She feel like how she feels about the situation has been dismissive from the friend two and the dude.
So you saying she ain't mad because she slept with him?
No, it has everything to do with.
She mad because he lied on her, right?
He lied on her. He lied on her, and then it was just not handled in the right way, pretty much.
So if that's a true statement, if she ain't really mad because she slept with him, then was she mad at the girl for anyway?
I just said it.
What? Because it wasn't handled right? Because she didn't talk to him about it? You just said that she
that in the situation, her feelings are being dismissed. Her feelings. The reason why there was never no conversation, from what I gather, the reason why neither of them wanted to have a conversation, the first friend was like, listen, because I don't want to have this conversation to give her any injury, to make her feel like I'm jealous about anything that's happening with them, because that's not my case.
All right.
I'm not jealous about what they're doing, where they're going, what they're doing. What I have issue with is that my feelings are being dismissed. You're not recognizing the fact that you're dealing with somebody that I used to deal with, and then you can come to me as an individual or a woman to have a conversation with me about what's taking place. And so instead of the friend two accepting that and understanding she's not dismissing her feelings, she's just kind of saying, well, you were my friend back then and neither was he, so it's fair game. So that's why she feels like it's a dismissive of her feelings. And so no, this circle of friends just fucked up. Y'all just got
how can we fix it?
I don't think it's gonna be fixed, because
you don't think that okay. So is she saying that? So you got several comments. So she is saying something about means conversation or something, but you've got more than she are there.
Ashley said, so Shanetta, no more Golden Girls that's happened on the episode of the Golden Girls. No more. It's over. She says, I think the relationship could be salvaged if a meaningful conversation is had. D'Angelo says, every woman will go for that right man. That's true. Deuce says, so if they ain't gonna be friends now, if they're not gonna be friends no more, hold on. If they're not gonna be friends no more, the new friend, the dude, may as well be happy. Hell, I guess so. Octavian Tay says, us as men gonna sit back and laugh and have a drink and talk about how weak that cat was. LOL, I'm just saying. See, that's the problem. That's what I don't want a nigga to be able to do. And let me just say this. today, the current friend asked me in the group before I read it. She asked me in the group, like, why you keep bringing him up? I said, understand this. I ain't bringing up the nigga. The reason why I'm addressing the situation because it has a direct effect on two people that I care about. That nigga means nothing to me.
I get that.
Because you better understand and believe that he is talking about this shit and laughing and kicking and smoking a cigar and drinking and getting drunk and fucking on somebody else and acting as if neither one of you guys exist.
Right.
So that's my problem, is that I think you guys feel like I'm giving him too much energy, but in the same token, y'all let him get away with some bullshit. Like, y'all really kind of let him kind of get away with the foolishness, because, baby, I ain't doing it. The kid said, so you said what you assume. I'm saying, how can you assume that she knew they slept together when she asked him the question? So,
well, and let me say this to Nakia. You kind of know. You not dumb. Like, we all know when a nigga's telling the truth and when he lying. And if you don't, then, you know, I mean, and if there was any question, here's the other thing. If there was any question, you had the resources to find out the other side. It doesn't mean that friend number one would have told the truth, because her ass could have been lying too. But you could have assessed the whole situation to be able to put these pieces of the puzzles together to know who was lying or not. That's what I say. I interrupt you. Okay, you got comments here. They jumping.
Leandro says there's no such thing as weak cat. He says stinky cat, yes, but there's no such thing as weak cat. Quick cat. Ashley said it's all about the principle. Some people just don't care. Nate says he's back. Listen, I want y'all to care, because situations like this are the reasons why y'all get these niggas this energy, this big dick energy. Y'all give them this big dick energy. Like, y'all make them walk around feeling like they're just this, oh my gosh, I got it going on, I'm just all together. Y'all give them that. And so the piece for me is more about two friends that I feel like I've been pulling the middle of for the last 6 weeks, and it's been very disheartening. However, for some odd reason, the attention has been brought back to him. It has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with is that you guys put me in a very fucked up position or situation where I'm having to not express things to each one of you guys as friends. And I was trying to prevent from our circle of friends to be broken up. We're all women. We're all professionals. We all do well in our lives. And so I felt like, okay, we just need to be supportive of each other and grow to learn, like, and or love each other, to have something as black women. And so that's been broken up once again by a nigga. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem in our situation. So I feel like had it been something that was addressed initially, it probably would have been cool.
The one thing that I do agree with you on is that you knew at some point in time that friend number one had some relationship. So I think if you were really trying to not violate any codes, there really should have been a conversation because you could have stopped a lot of things that has happened.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Can I just be? You want me to be real?
Yes, you always are. I know have to ask you to
so
do
this
that.
is what each of them don't know. Let me read these comments real quick. So Danny says, the friendship can't be salvaged because the trust bond has been broken. It's the principle at this point. Okay, that's what friend number one said. Nikia says, I don't think it's physical because it sounds like it's some fake ish going on. Friend number one needs to put her big girl panties on by Deuce and understand motherfuckers lie every day. It's not affecting nothing in her everyday life. Just move on and don't worry about it.
Who's that? Danny said that?
Deuce said
Deuce,
that.
okay.
Here's what I did say. So while I did not share a lot of the things that was disclosed to me from either party, there were two things that I did share. I did share with friend number one that he lied and told friend number two that he didn't sleep with her.
Okay.
I did tell her that.
Okay.
In return, I told friend number two that friend number one was not lying about them sleeping together because I saw proof that they did. Okay,
so friend number one proved to you that he lied. And you told, so you did tell friend number one, first of all, he lied on you, said he ain't messing around with you. And then friend number two, you told her that I'm 100% sure based on the evidence that she showed me, he did sleep with her.
Yes, so I did share that. So while they both asked me not to share, I did share that because I feel like that, as I said, there was a lot of shit, I did not share. And it really kind of messed me up to not be able to do that with people, like I said, I care about. However,